Meditation time again. Tell a family and a friend. Just watch this video till the end. Comparison, a consideration or estimate of similarities or dissimilarities between two things or people. So many of us are guilty of doing this, not realizing that it is slowly discouraging us and stopping us from making move and improving our life. Now, if this become habitual, it can cause you to be crippled mentally and may need a video such as this to start that stage of recovery. You may not think this is serious. However, a lot of people are living in the shadow of others. And this is no way to live. People really need to stop comparing themselves to others. You're only on this earth to be you, not someone else's imitation of you. No, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Therefore, if you think those two actors are similar, then that's okay, as long as those actors don't start to compare themselves to a point where one feels like he or she is living in the shadow of the other. Because no matter what, everybody do things differently, no matter how it seems similar. All those identical twins have different fingerprints and do at least one thing different than the other. Obviously, there is no harm if you recognize that you do things similar to another individual. However, if you now start to compete or do every single thing like that individual, then you are not living your truth. Don't you all know that we all have a different route and a different time that we'll reach our destination? Yes, and we also have our own specific talent that we choose to use in our own way. We ought not to compete with no one unless it's a competition. We should instead just compete with ourselves, trying to be a better person each day. And guess what? Even in a competition, if you pay too much attention to the competitor, you may not get that tremendous outcome you could if you were just focusing on yourself. But let's be honest, we all do compare at some point in our life. I mean, we live in a world where it's easy to measure our worth to someone else. We actually have been making comparison from our younger days in school. No surprise, we still do it now that we're an adult. Whether this be social media, who is more attractive, or it could be your workplace. That promotion you work so hard for was given to someone else. People will even compare their relationship to others. And I strongly don't believe this is because of social media. Because people have been comparing long before there were any Facebook or Instagram and so on. People tend to mostly compare in an upward comparison. That simply means comparing yourself to someone who you think is doing better than you. Downward comparison is less pressuring on the brain, and it causes you to be more relaxed. This is so because while we ought not to look down on people, it allows us to be much more appreciative of how far we are coming from and where we're at now. But look, comparison will steal your joy and makes you feel sad. People are much more worried about how others see them more than how they see themselves. It's best to be you, the real you, and not a fake version of someone else. To stop comparing is not easy though, being that we have been doing it from a tender age. But it is possible. First, focus more on yourself. What makes you happy? What is it that can improve your life and bring you success? No, this has to be your choice. It can't be others who's making that final decision for you. I mean, nobody knows you better than you. So just try and figure that out. We tend to compare ourselves more when we are lost and don't know what we want. On the other hand, if we find our purpose, it won't give us much time to compare, because we will be too busy working on that purpose for it to become a reality. Secondly, you have to figure out what is your strength. Try to find out what you are good at and do it. So don't pay so much attention to your weaknesses. Place more focus on your strength. Try to unite with those in that specific area of choice and learn from them. It should not be seen so much as a competition, but just try and find out what they are doing differently to gain such success and learn from it. Remember, it takes time and hard work to achieve anything in life. Don't procrastinate. That will obviously defeat the purpose. I mean, if you continue to put off things, you won't be no closer to achieving your goals. The truth is though, people continue to make comparison, no matter what. That's just how we are as human. But don't allow the opinion of those on the outside to get inside of you. I mean, you know the facts. You know who you are. You know your capabilities and what you can and cannot do. Again, only compare yourself to the person you were yesterday, last month, or years ago, and always strive to do better. So, there are actually 3 types of comparison: upward, downward, and self-comparison. But of the 3, we ought to start making much more self-comparison. Whenever we do, we will start to see changes in our life. Well, that's if we are ambitious and determined to do much better than we previously did. And this don't have to be major, as long as it's improvement in whatsoever area. Would be much appreciative if you like, share, and leave a comment. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell so you won't miss out. Blessings.